Hi, my name's Haley Alexander, and this is my partner, Ashley Barker, and we're going to be talking about the effectiveness of parent-guided and ATVV interventions to reduce stress in parents of preterm infants in the NICU. We will be using the term ATVV throughout our poster, and this stands for audio, tactile, visual, and vestibular. So a little bit of background on our topic. About 10% of infants are born prematurely in the US, and of those, about 70% are admitted to the NICU. Parents experience a multitude of stressors, especially those in the NICU, just being new parents and then caring for a premature infant on top of that. And then high parental stress leads to increased risk of mental health issues, decreased parent-infant bonding, and poor infant outcomes. So interventions may reduce the parental stress and its negative impact, specifically parent-guided and ATVV interventions. So the purpose of our literature review was to investigate the effectiveness of parent-guided and ATVV interventions to reduce stress in parents of preterm infants who are hospitalized in the NICU. And our method, we used databases, PubMed, CINAHL, and PsycInfo, and the keywords we used were NICU, parent-guided interventions, stress, parent or preterm infant, neonate, baby, and ATVV. So we reviewed a total of 9 articles, and 8 out of the 9 studies found that parent-guided and ATVV interventions decreased stress in parents. And then we also found that fathers, on average, experienced more stress than mothers.
All right, and now I'm going to explain the table a little real quick here. So on the left, we have our interventions, which are auditory ATVV, which uses 4 different things all in one intervention. We have family integrated care, kangaroo care, occupational care, and tactile care. And all these interventions were done by the parents with their infant. So some of the limitations of our review were all these studies use self-report. So when they are self-reporting stress, that can lead to bias. We also have intervention terminology is very inconsistent. So some articles used ATVV, and then other articles said all the different interventions out. So we need to try to get to streamline all the terminology. We also have limited generalizability, which we had a small sample size again and a cross-sectional design. Some implications for further research are to collect supporting evidence related to the effectiveness of parent-guided and ATVV interventions, determine the accessibility and feasibility with consideration to different parental populations. This is specifically important right now during COVID because a lot of hospitals have restrictions and only certain number of people are allowed to come on and off of those units. And also we need to focus on assessing parental stress. So right now there is a lot of research on the infant stress, but there's not a lot on parental stress. And it's also been supported that reducing stress in parents promotes optimal mental health and also promotes parent-infant bonding. And thank you so much for coming and visiting our poster.